Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 18th to the 24th of August 2014. At the weekend we saw Mercury go into Virgo, which is an annual affair, and Mercury is our processing and our digesting. It can be communication and thought, and in a Virgo it can definitely be physical manifestation and productivity. So we have quite an efficient combination here because we're seeing the small pieces, we're seeing the bigger picture, we're using both sides of the brain, as Virgo is the left brain and opposite Pisces is the right brain. So we're using the full brain, we're using the full capacity of our ability to stream thought, to process it, to communicate and to manifest. So Mercury in Virgo for the next couple of weeks is a very productive and efficient aspect, but have a look at what you're producing and from where, because it's not all about being busy and running around and creating things in the external realm. It's what is the seed, what's the seed that you want to sow in order to bring in a fruitful and meaningful harvest. We have quite a quiet week apart from that. Venus meets Jupiter on Monday in Leo, which is incredibly golden, lovely feline creative energy. So again, go to that sovereignty and that heart fire to see what it is that you're inspired to create. And gratitude is the key here, because Jupiter expands and radiates and Venus loves to create from a place of value. So if we look and see what we're grateful for first and work on that frequency, then we'll actually be creating something that's going to be glorious and worth the effort. We have a feeling from the middle of the week of the long period that Saturn has been in Scorpio, and Saturn's finally direct and on the last leg in Scorpio, and these planets now, especially the Sun, are coming to make a prosperous angle to that Saturn. So we're looking at what have we been through with all the retrogrades and the directs, about 5-7 months each over the last 2.5 years, with Saturn, which teaches us to have discipline and backbone, to actually do things that are worthy of us rather than cutting corners or trying to hide. So often seen as the teacher of harsh lessons, it's actually more what did you want to learn and what did you want to do with that knowledge to make yourself more firm and upright and proud, justifiably proud. So we have a lovely sense of meaning coming in from the middle of the week as the Sun and Saturn are in harmony, to say, okay, well, what's this journey been? What have we learned? We've gone in and dug around in our subconscious and looked at all the motivations and manipulations that have been going on under the surface, and now until December we should start to see the results of that hard work. So if there's anything that you haven't cleaned up yet, this is the time between now and December to actually do that final work, because we won't get this aspect again for another 28 years. So this is a long completion, as it were, and we can carry that reward forward. And then by Friday we have the Sun leaving Leo and going into Virgo as well. So this is the beginning of the harvest. August, September, that Virgo time is very fruitful. The Sun's beginning to decrease in its power, but we're seeing the Earth come to her fullness with all the fruits and the nuts and the grain that's available at this time, the abundance, as it were. So we're having a look back to this time last year. What did we sow? What is the abundance that we've created? And again, with that Venus-Jupiter aspect, what are we grateful for and what do we want to create in the cycle that's coming up? So with the Sun in Virgo, we can start to apply ourselves. It's like a new school year. It's a fresh start. And it's to say, okay, well, let's take forward what we're grateful for. Let's have a look forwards to the next cycle to see what we'd like to create and build upon. And let's make sure that that's from the heart with the Venus energy. So we can afford to travel light. And if you think about it, Virgo is all about travelling the cycles of time, and the Sun is all about light. So where are we travelling with our inner light? And are we light enough to step over and up another level and take a new tour of the zodiac. So by the weekend, Sun firmly in Virgo, gratitude for the abundance that we've achieved, that we've created and that we've been given on the earth, and then setting our minds to making a bit of a plan forwards for the next zodiac harvest cycle. What we're doing now, we will actually be reaping the rewards this time next year. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. It's lovely to be able to tune into what the planets are doing on a weekly basis and plan your day and focus your energy, but it's even more potent when you compare it to your own birth chart. So I wanted to say a few words about what is an astrology reading and the different types of reading that you can have. So if you've never had your birth chart done before, then please have a look at my What is an Astrology Reading video on the Learn Astrology playlist, because that will go into what it's all about, and there's some information on my website too. But essentially, your birth chart is the position of the planets at your birth, which creates a core fabric according to all the angles and dimensions. So that actually is something that you designed, that you wanted to work with. It's all the buttons that can be pushed inside you, it's all the talents and it's all the potential. And we can read that. So if you've never had your birth chart done before, that's the place to start, to actually be able to get to know your own chart and what it was that you wanted to focus on in this lifetime. So if you'd like to explore this area within yourself and book a session, then please do contact me via my website www.astrozo.com. That's ASTROZO.com, where you'll find my email address and you can drop me a line. I operate on Skype, phone and face-to-face in London. So this offer is open globally and I look forward to meeting you.